Kanye is insane, and I love it. Kanye West is an inspiration to me because if he can say the crazy things that he says and not get canceled, then maybe it's okay for me to say what I think. He says that slavery was a choice, and although people call him out and call him crazy, he doesn't get canceled. Now, he says something about Jews, and he gets canceled. Why is that? Why didn't he get canceled for what he said about black people, but now he gets canceled for what he said about Jews? Simple. Because Jews have a more powerful political voice than black people. I don't know what he meant by going DEFCON, whatever the number was, on them. So I don't have an opinion on that particular thing that he said. But saying that Jews have better connections or that they're better connected than black people, and so that gives them an unfair advantage, saying that makes him anti-Semitic. Almost everyone has better connections than American black people. So because he states an obvious truth, he's anti-Semitic. Yet he makes a statement that makes no sense at all, that slavery was a choice, and that's okay. So you're going to try to say that the Holocaust was worse than slavery? Black people suffered slavery for 400 years. The Holocaust lasted 12 years. You think that's the same? I don't want to make it a competition. I don't like it when people try to say that one marginalized group's suffering is greater than another marginalized group's suffering. I mean, why can't we all just be in the fight, united against the discriminators? Which, in the modern world, in America at least, the discriminators are usually white supremacists. But when I see one man, in this case Kanye West, getting canceled for telling an obvious truth, while before he got away with telling an obvious lie, something's not right here. That in itself is inequality. The Jews have a higher social status than black people. He points that out, and he's wrong to point out. Like it or not, my Jewish friends, that is white privilege. Fuck cancel culture with a strap-on wrapped in barbed wire. Here are some examples of cancel culture going too far. Ian McKellen said that maybe if Kevin Spacey could have been open about his sexuality, that he wouldn't have felt the need to go underhandedly molesting people. Then he apologizes and said he's not making excuses for a molester. No, dude. Don't apologize. What you said is probably right. There are plenty of gay people who, back in the day, hit on straight people in secret when there was no one around because they knew that they were out there in the middle of nowhere with somebody. And I'm going by hitchhiker stories that I've been told. Because they knew that no one would ever know about it, and it would be just between the two of them. These days, gay people don't have to be underhanded that way because they're more free to be open with their sexuality. Aren't you going to apply the same thing to Kevin Spacey? Why are you not treating him like he would have suffered the same discrimination and had to live the same covert lifestyle? I'm not saying that what he did was okay, and if he actually do it, that guy should kick his ass. But not acknowledging the inequities that he suffered that could have led to him doing that is unfair, not just to him, but unfair to everyone who is in a discriminated against situation. Anna Acuna said that when she came out as bisexual and started dating women, she understood men better. And she gave an example of how a woman that she was on a date with invited her in to make out. And then they ended up not making out. And Anna left the place disappointed. And then because she didn't get the amount of kisses promised, she only got one kiss. And the other woman just talked the whole night. Then in the comment section, she started apologizing, saying, I know I'm not entitled to anyone's body. You didn't say you were entitled to anyone's body. You were merely pointing out the fact that you were disappointed that you didn't get what the girl offered you. How can people be so selfish that they don't understand that and just throw rocks at people like Anna Acuna or Ian McKellen for stating things that are obviously true, fair, and rational? Stating something that's true does not make you a bigot. You should use discretion on when you tell the truth, depending on how you think other people will feel about it. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings if it's uncalled for. But people take things out of context and say that a person is being a bigot or a bigot sympathizer or whatever, when they're not looking at what the person said. They only have a preconceived idea of what that person is meaning, and then they attack them for it instead of addressing what the person actually did say or what they actually are meaning. I don't know if I'm blowing off steam or if my voice is actually reaching somebody, because hardly anyone ever watches or comments on my videos anymore. There are times when I feel like, why don't I just quit? I know I'm never going to blow up. I know that I'm never going to get a larger fan base for my music. So why don't I just quit? But I don't know if anyone else is talking about these topics, so I'm here doing it right now. And if you care about this topic, then I'm inviting you to come into the comment section and talk about what I'm talking about. And if you disagree with what I've said in this video, then I'm challenging you to put up an argument against what I'm said in it that actually makes sense and actually knocks it down. Because there are plenty of people on YouTube, and I'm sure other social media sites also, who will criticize things that people say. They'll come back with something that's supposed to knock down what the other person said, when really it makes no sense at all. So yeah, I pointed out why I think cancel culture has gone too far. I think I've given some sufficient examples. And till next time, Dan is out of the mating.